Greetings. This is TK Trav, aka Travis Magus, here with LVX777. I am that I am. I am that I am. I exist in everything and everyone. I am within everyone, but they don't realize it. The source of all creation, the source of existence, the thing that we call God, exists within everybody and everything at its very center. But the illusion is comprised of all the ideas of what we think we are, who we think we are, what we think things are. All these things are illusion. All these things are temporary. These things have no basis, no ground, no foundation in reality. Reality is that which is lasting, that which does not change. And any concept or notion of me or I is not lasting. It's an illusion. It's false. It dissipates with time. It was an idea or a concept. The world is full of ideas. Ideas aren't anything special. They're just thoughts that happen and that leave, right? Because the ego and the personality and the thing that we think that we are, we claim to this thing. We stake such gravity to this thing, right? We grasp so hard to it because it makes us feel good, right? It provides us with feelings of pride, something to boast ourselves within, something that keeps us separate from others, right? I am my hairstyle and my skin color and my job, and I'm intellectual, right? I'm very good at sports or very attractive. All these things are temporary, they're illusions. Because anything can happen to disfigure your very attractive face. Anything can happen to reduce your intellectualism. All these things are founded in illusion, so they're not real. They're not you. The I am is that thing that you were before you had any notion of what to be, right? Before you started thinking, I am this, I am that. This defines me. Before you had any of those thoughts, you already were. And that thing is the same thing in all of us, right? So the seat of power is within that space. Powerlessness is in the ego, is in the illusion, is in all those other things that we claim that we are. All those things are temporary, and they're attached to the illusion because they are the illusion. When I speak from the perspective of the I am, from the source. The Akasha speaks to the Akasha. Doesn't matter what level you're at, what your level of understanding or knowledge is. Akasha speaks to Akasha. Spirit, principal force. It communicates. This is where change happens. This is where power is, at the principal force. Everything else is an effect of that principal force. The path, the journey, the way is understanding the I am and detaching, separating, and erasing that ego, that illusion. It's necessary to function in day-to-day life, but don't make the mistake of identifying self with the shadow, with the illusion, with the temporary. The temporary self, the facade, the false prophet. This was a self that was given to us over the course of many, many years. Ideas, concepts that we've picked up from others to blend in, to interact, to interface with this game. It's not who we are. It's a character that we've created, but it's not who we are. It's not who I am. It's not who you are, really. It hurts to let those things go, but it doesn't really hurt. It only hurts the ego, because the ego itself has life. At least it thinks it has life. That's why it fears its death. It fears you disassociating from it. It fears you no longer identifying with it, because your identity with the false self is what gives it life. It uses your power. The ego uses the power of the I am. It hijacks it. It utilizes it as its own. It's a parasite. But once the I am begins to awaken, the false self begins to dissolve. It can still be used to walk through the world, to go to the grocery store, or to go to work, or deal with family. But once you know who and what you are, there really is no turning back.